sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, a lot of people was wondering, what was Oklahoma City Thunder thinking about picking up Chris Paul in the trade? Obviously, it's not an ideal situation for Paul, who's probably trying to get a championship before he closes out his career. But hey, it's talk of Chris Paul. It may be on the way to the Miami Heat, but let's talk about it. We back, Goodfellow Sports. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And Wojnarowski said that they want to do a three-team trade and try to, unload Chris Paul off somewhere else. But ultimately, they couldn't find a third team to take Chris Paul contract. 3 years left, $124 million. So, obviously, maybe Miami. Pat Riley was a little bit like, I ain't working with you, man. I wanted to get Oklahoma City. I wanted to get Westbrook. Y'all want a Hero and Bam, and y'all could have had anybody else that's out here besides Tyler Hero, Bam, and Jimmy Butler, and F y'all right now. And I don't know, obviously, what was the rush for them to get this thing done today with Westbrook? Maybe it was some pressure for him and his agent. They could have waited, or maybe they scraped the surface of the NBA and they couldn't find a third team to take him. So if you couldn't find a third team to take him now, and I don't know what the rush was, then who's going to take that contract now? I mean, maybe they wait for injury or maybe another team they may not have talked to, but it sounds like that they may sweeten the pot up and send them to Miami. They got the picks to do so. They got a Miami first-round draft pick already, I believe. They also got several picks from the Clippers. They got several picks from the Rockets now. So Chris Paul could be headed to the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler, And at the end of the day, it was like, Jimmy Butler may end up with a co-star. Steven Jackson said to them, Undisputed, he did like the idea of playing with Westbrook, but that didn't go down. And, Chris Paul and maybe Jimmy Butler, I don't expect them to do much. But in the East, it's pretty much wide open, But Oklahoma City Thunder is not expected to trout out Chris Paul on their floor next season. I don't expect them to buy out that contract. I don't expect them to waive that big of a contract. The Detroit Pistons is still paying Josh Smith from years ago. So I don't expect them to get rid of that contract, or just, write a check and just tell them to move on, to be a free agent, go where you want to go. So I expect to see him probably in Miami. Miami desperate. They got Dragic, who I think making $30 million next year. I may not be mistaken. He in the last year deal. And maybe they throw a James Johnson in there to even out the salary, and Oklahoma City throw about 2 first-round draft picks in there or whatever to Miami for them to take the Chris Paul contract. So at the end of the day, Goran Dragic $30 million to be off the books for Oklahoma City next year. I think that's the salary. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what James Johnson contracts say. So Oklahoma City Thunder is in the rebuild mode, and Miami is in a trying to win now. So we'll see how it go, man. Jimmy Butler want to be the man. You gonna need some help, Chris Paul. We see how it go down in Miami, but I don't expect him to do much at all. It's just not enough. Bam is a good player, and Justice Winslow is a good player with more potential. But Jimmy Butler is like a fringe all-star to me. I never looked at him as a superstar. He's an okay guy, player, but he ain't no LeBron or Paul George. But that's just my opinion. Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Intro instrumental music in there as well. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products: lip gloss, lip balm, lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, and much, much more. That website promo code description. Want to make a donation? The link's there as well too. Best way to donate is just share the video as well. But we go.